One of the first things I did after I got my Yome up and started sleeping in it was to build this indoor composting toilet. And it's been great. It's so much better than going out in January in 10-degree weather and going to the bathroom. So I've loved it. However, it's also just sitting out in the open, which is not good for privacy and certainly not great for when guests come over. So I had planned this entire time to put this toilet into my shower so that the curtains could be pulled and you'd have a little privacy and it would all be one sort of self-contained bathroom area. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to do some additional prep to this thing so it doesn't get damaged by the water. The two things I need to do are to be able to prop it up because the drain is gonna be sitting underneath it, so water will need to pass underneath there. I've got these little legs I'm gonna put on it to raise it up about 1/2 inch. And then I'm gonna need to put some poly coat on it to waterproof it so that if it gets wet, it doesn't get damaged. And then while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a few small shelves in the shower. When I moved out here a little over 3 years ago, I had multiple goals I was hoping to accomplish. Some of them were external, meaning things I wanted to build in the real world, and some of them were internal, meaning ways I wanted to change as a person. And one of the more important internal goals was, I would guess I would call it becoming more present, kind of treating my life like a meditation, and hopefully enjoying every moment that I was out here doing this work. But if I wasn't enjoying it, at least I would be paying close attention. And I can say that I'm not the best at that. I screw that one up a lot, meaning I resist what I'm doing. I'm pushing to get it done. I can't wait until it's over. And that is kind of the polar opposite of what, what I'm hoping to accomplish with this internal goal. But on the bright side, I can definitely say after a little over 3 years, I am getting better at it. I'm a lot closer to, a major league hitter in my success percentage than I am to the Buddha, but I'm slowly making progress. What's really interesting to me is that there's a whole nother way of me being present that I absolutely cannot screw up. So here's how it works. Whether I'm enjoying a moment or just paying close attention to it or resisting it, waiting for it to be over, there's a certain way that my nervous system is kind of always present, always taking in what's happening. And it creates a kind of, I would call it like a satisfaction investment that when a project is over, I get repaid with. It's very directly maps to like the more time and struggle I spend on something, the more satisfying it is when it's done, and the more that satisfaction continues over time. And that particular kind of success just seems inevitable. I don't have to even try. I just put in the time, and out the other side, depending on how much time I put in, I get satisfaction. I get to look at something I finished and feel these deep feelings of connection and satisfaction, which is absolutely great. It provides a nice counterpoint to how many times I noticed myself failing to just enjoy every moment. put 4 coats of poly on the composting toilet. While I had originally planned to only coat the outside, I ended up coating the whole thing because just the way this is constructed, I think water is probably going to seep in there a little bit. There's just no good overhangs. So I went ahead and coated the whole thing. Now fortunately the shower doesn't put out very much water, so even if some water does get inside and stands for a little bit, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Before I put this thing in, next up is to put the shelves in the shower.